Hey, what's up? It's your boy Chris here. You knew I was coming today when the news broke that has shaken up the wrestling world. You knew I was coming with a take on this one. You knew I was coming. You didn't know, but you knew. Um, so for those who don't know, Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes have left AEW, and all signs point to Cody going to WWE. And yes, I've got a take on this, but it's not the one you may be expecting. First things first, it's gonna be fucking hilarious seeing people turn on Cody. I know like fans in AEW had turned quote unquote on him because he was turning heel, quote unquote. But now we're gonna see fans really turn on his ass because like it's already started. Like people are losing their shit online about it. I wonder if like people in the IWC, like all these podcasters and stuff like that, who were kissing the altar, like bound with the altar of AEW. I wonder how they're feeling right now because they're probably not feeling too great. Not naming names, we all know who they are. They're probably apoplectic right now, and that to me is fucking hilarious. But with that part out of the way, and when that time comes, when he does show up on WWE television, I'm gonna Vince Carter on some of these motherfuckers. You can bet it's coming. I guarantee Vince Carter in the Olympic dunk on motherfuckers. That's coming. But my thoughts on him leaving AEW are not what you're probably expecting. Is it funny that he's the first one to jump? No. Everybody kind of saw that coming. Apparently, he's always maintained a good relationship with Vince and Hunter. Wasn't always talking, always talking. He's always maintained a good relationship with WWE. There was never any ill will. He asked for his release because he said, if they don't see what I see in myself, I'm going to go out and make myself a star. And to his credit, Cody did that. Okay? He did. He made himself a bigger name than he was when he left. He did it before Matt Cardona, who's doing it right now, which Matt Cardona has completely made himself into a bigger star than he was when he left. Cody Rhodes did it when he left and he went on the Indies and he went to the NWA and he went to Ring of Honor and he went to New Japan. AEW was built off of the work he and those guys did, and the Elite did. It was built off to his back, and he put his name on the fucking line to help do it. He became the face of that company for a minute. Even without the title, he was the face of AEW. You can argue that other guys were the champion and all that shit. Cody Rhodes was the fucking face of that company, and he was the face from the day he got there. He put over guys in matches. He made guys look good. He put on match after match that was banger after banger. He made himself a star. He made other guys a star. And his last match, if say the Sammy Guevara match was his last AEW match, god damn it, he put Sammy Guevara over huge in that ladder match. So he put over Darby Allin. He made all these other guys look good. He made Ricky Starks, Eddie Kingston. He brought those guys in, got them in there. So he did his part to build that company from the ground up. So that's just fact. And I'm not going to hate on Cody for that. That's just the facts of the situation. The big thing is, and this is something people don't want to talk about, but his marketability or his value as a free agent wrestler right now is never going to be higher than it is. He's never going to have the value in the business ever again that he has right now. So, what do you do when that happens? You cash in. You get the bag. You secure the bag. This is a man with a young little girl at home, young family. You get the fucking bag and you get fucking paid. That's what you do when you're Cody Rhodes at this point. And if Tony Khan's not offering him what he wants, you go to WWE if they're offering you more money. If WWE has thrown the bag his way and he can secure the fucking finances to where he didn't have to be struggling at the end like his dad was, because people forget, he saw his dad growing up at the end of his marketability and how rough it was when Dusty didn't have it like that anymore. Like when Dusty was at the end of his run in the ring and everything, when he wasn't the guy that you could bring in and he was making that money. He grew up with that. Cody's not going to fucking turn that down. Cody's smart. He's a smart person and it's a business move. If it doesn't make dollars from the stay in AEW, it don't make sense. If it makes dollars for him to go to WWE, then it makes sense. And he's making, if it's the best move for him to make to where he secures the bag of money, then he's making the move he's got to make to take care of his family. Period. And you gotta respect that. You don't have to like it, but you gotta respect that. I damn sure do. But like I said, when it happens, I am going to laugh my ass off at a lot of these podcasters out there, or these YouTubers and all these people on Twitter talking all this shit and all that about how great AEW is. Which brings me to like the whole thing with Hikaru Shida. She brought up a thing just the other day that they didn't really help her with simple resources like finding a place to live or living arrangements. And it's like, people were coming to me like, it's not their job to do that. I'm like, they could help the girl out. God damn. Like, you could have some sort of resource set up for these Japanese talents coming over. That's part of the structure argument that Swole made. They got forgotten in the diversity shit that everybody focused on. But she talked about the structure of AEW too. Shida brought up the structure of AEW. And you look at what they're doing now, where Tony Khan just came out and said, yeah, a lot of guys that we kept during the pandemic because they didn't want to fire anybody during that time period, a lot of motherfuckers we're going to have to let go. We're not going to be renewing a lot of contracts. He basically said they're doing the same thing WWE did. They're cleaning up their books because they're not making what they thought they were making and they can't keep everybody. The difference is WWE was colder, a little bit more businesslike about it because it's a fucking business. But he's doing the same thing because, let's be real, whether you get released or whether they don't renew your contract, you're still fucking fired. You understand that? Does that make sense to you? Do you get that? If Marco Stunt were released by WWE, it would be the same as what AEW did by just not renewing his contract. He's still out of a fucking job. It doesn't matter how it happened. He's still unemployed. So you're still letting talent go. And they're letting go of talent who was there, who kept them going during the pandemic. Guys like Peter Avalon, who looks like he's gone. Guys like Marco Stunt. People like Joey Janela, who I've heard's getting fired. I'm not the biggest Joey Janela fan. He actually and I had a couple run-ins on Twitter where he rubbed me the wrong way. And I was like, yo, fuck this dude. I'm still on that train. I don't feel bad for him if he does get fired. But I don't want to see anybody lose their fucking job. Well, nah, he kind of deserved it because he said some stupid shit. But that's beside neither here nor there. As a talent, you don't want to see people get fired. Don't want to see people not get renewed. Sonny Kiss, probably gone. Like Tony Nese, they signed him, made a big deal out of it. He wrestled one match on TV, and he's begging for bookings on the indies now. What the fuck does that look like? Like, you look at this, you see, oh, they brought in Keith Lee. Well, you brought in Jay Lethal. And how long is it until Keith Lee's on Dark every fucking week? Like Jay Lethal is. Because they relegated Jay Lethal to Dark as soon as he had one match on TV and he's on Dark, been on Dark and shit ever fucking since. So you look at this and it's telling you everything you need to know. The bloom is coming off the AEW rose, and you're about to see what I'm waiting for is to hear somebody who got let go or not renewed really go in on them. Because that day is coming. Okay? You can quote me on that. That day is coming. One of these talents that got really not renewed is going to spill some fucking AEW tea. You can quote me on that. It is coming. It is going to happen. And it is going to be delicious. Okay? Bet. I don't know who's going to do it. It might be Brian Cage, because that dude seems like a guy who didn't give a fuck. And once he's free to say what he wants to say, he'll say it. But you can bet somebody from that company that gets not renewed is going to out some of the dirt on that company. It is coming. And it is going to be damning. Okay? Just wait. And you're gonna hear these fans turn on them, and you saw like a couple people go after Sheeta, but it wasn't the same energy that people went after Swole, which tells you a lot about the motherfuckers who attacked her. Like somebody came at me like, "Oh, she attacked Tony Khan," and I was like, "Quote when what she said where she attacked Tony Khan." Never got a response. I just tweeted that guy back. Still waiting, bro. Because I'm still waiting for you to respond to my tweet. Where did she say that? Because she never attacked Tony Khan. It never happened. You're wrong. It never happened. You made it up. Nope. Never happened. Those who watched Fact or Fiction Beyond Belief may get that reference. I just did. I had to throw that in there. Jonathan Frakes was awesome with that show when he would do the thing at the end if something was false. It was used to be the funniest shit. But no. Anyway. I had to throw my thoughts in there. Like I said, not what you were probably expecting me to do as far as those thoughts. But real talk, Cody's got to make the best decision financially for himself and his family. Period. If it's not staying in AEW, you got to go where the money is. You got to secure the bag, especially in the wrestling business. If the money's there and you can make it, go make it. Fuck it. Loyalty to a company is great. Being able to count those dollars in your bank account is even more important, especially in a business where it could all end tomorrow. So you see athletes secure the bag all the time. Fuck it. It's business. It's the wrestling business. He secured the bag. I got no problem with that. I hope he knows what he's doing, because he's going to catch a lot of hate from a lot of people. I just hope they keep his wife off. I just hope they keep Brandy off fucking TV. Because we don't need her on TV with you. WB, please don't sign her and put her on television. Please don't do that. Just bring in Cody by himself. Don't bring that on TV. Please don't do that. I'm begging you. Just sign Cody. Keep her at home. Let her be a stay-at-home mom with her kid. Let her not get in the ring because she was terrible anyway. And she can't talk. Please don't bring in Brandy. If that's part of the contract, let him go off back to Japan or some shit. Or go to Impact. Or go to NWA or MLW. But keep that motherfucker. Keep her off my TV. Please keep her off my TV. Please. Keep Brandy off the TV. We don't need her. We don't want her. Just sign Cody. That's all I got to say about that. Anyway, that's all I got. I wanted to do this video real quick. Like I said, y'all knew y'all were going to see me on this one. But not probably, again, not the way you thought. Like I always say, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. You know the rest. I'm not going to say it because you already know. Peace.